So I'm about an hour and a half southwest of the city at a new lake that I've never fished. It's a power plant lake called Braidwood. And every time I come to a new lake, I always get almost pre-game jitters, just because I've never fished it. I don't know what to expect. I've looked at it on Google Maps and it looks absolutely juicy. So I'm going to use DeepDive to help me out today. I like using the bait tool to help me narrow down what I'm going to be throwing. It just makes things a little bit easier, takes a little bit of that guesswork out. More on them later in the video, but yeah, looking forward to it. Let's get out there. Okay. What are these? Are these? Ah, they're just bugs, ain't mosquitoes or anything, I don't think. They're annoying though. So I'm gonna try on this side. It was a wind protected, but yeah, everything, this is what I mean, like everything was so fishy when I looked at it on Google Maps. Try this little cutout here. 87 degrees. Oh man, that water's hot. Okay. Oh, I see some. So I see some baitfish flickering right here. I wonder if there's a shad. This might be shad spawning actually. Well, the water's pretty dirty today. It's 88 degrees, man. Wow. That's some hot water. So, yeah, we'll see. This bait maybe. All right. Tried and true. Shad, I think it's a shad spawn. Can't really see the fish. I'm just guessing. I'm gonna try an underspin, because if they're flickering on the water like this, maybe they'll key in on something that's a little flashier. Wish I could see what they are. Probably with the water being this high or this hot. Well, I mean, it is a power plant lake. And if the water gets, superheated in here, 90 degrees, they probably already spawned, to be honest with you. They could be spawning again. I don't know really much about this lake and how much the water temperatures fluctuate, if at all, really. I mean, if it gets supercharged by the power plant, it could be kind of this warm all around. Nice. Little guy, but I will take it. Thanks, bud. No. Ooh, he came back for it. Thanks, bud. Might be all kinds of small ones, but I mean, if they're here. Pretty good. How you guys? How's the fishing been? Yeah, pretty fucking slow. You guys gonna fish down this bank? Okay. Mind if I just cut in right here? What was that? What was that?
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. It's a labor of love. It's been kind of a slow day so far, but still running the same thing that I was running this morning, which is just a Jika rig, creature bait. Jika rig is what I've been getting all my bites on. So I'll probably just keep throwing that around. It's hot out here today though. I'm supposed to get up to like 89. So, and that water is hot too. Water is 88 degrees right now. It was almost 90 degrees when I got here this morning. I was on the other side of the lake though too, so that could be why that water was so warm on that side. So quick thank you to DeepDive for sponsoring this video. So yeah, I came out here to a new lake today. I didn't have a whole lot of time to spend in the water. I got here a little late too. I had about 4 hours to explore this humongous lake. The goal for today was to really locate fish. I plan on coming back here a couple more times, probably later in the week. And then probably next month as things kind of slow down and waiting on tournaments. I think one of the biggest reasons why some of us get so much anxiety when coming to a new body of water is because as bass fishermen, especially kayak fishermen, we want to bring absolutely everything we possibly can. All of our lures, all of our rods, you know, things that we don't hardly ever use, but just once, you know, we want to make sure that's in our kayak too. So one thing that I love about the DeepDive app is that it eliminates some of that anxiety when coming out onto a new body of water, specifically around baits. Now, today I was throwing really like a creature bait, something that's, you know, kind of drag along the bottom. DeepDive was telling me the first thing to throw was, you know, a Texas rig, creature bait. And so, you know, I throw pretty much a Jika rig or a Nokia rig for all of my Texas rigs. I just like them a little bit better, a little bit more weedless in my opinion. And I like the TRD as a trailer. But that's what I was using to really bounce along the bottom, doing points, grass, weed lines, and little pockets, and that's what DeepDive was saying. And lo and behold, when I was going in those areas, I was catching fish. So I'll leave the link in the description below. You can download DeepDive now for free, and you can, you know, try it out, look at some of the features that it has. And you know, if you're serious about fishing and really wanting to up your game, definitely check out the Pro version. Pro version gives you things like wind effects, tournament patterns, awesome things like water inflows. And the tournament patterns are great because it's just going to show you like where fish have been caught on at tournaments throughout the year. So it's a great way to kind of up your game and be a little bit more familiar with water that you may not be so familiar with when coming in here for the first time. But a cool thing about the DeepDive app is, you know, not only are they constantly innovating and updating and putting in new features, one of the cool things for some of you surf fishermen is they have tide predictors now. So they're able to, you know, be able to look at tides, predict the tides, and then recommend lures, retrieves based on any given conditions and any given tide you're in. So if you're on the coast and you're looking for something, looking for a tool that's all in one, I know that, you know, the coast is a little bit different because you have to look at not only the temperatures and the wind, but you also have to look at the tides that are coming in, moon phases. So, you know, having all that in one app and one location is the reason why I jumped on and started using DeepDive. I've been using them since 2020 and just couldn't be happier. It really has made me no longer second guess myself on the water. You know, am I throwing the right thing? Am I throwing it in the right spot? It gives me that confidence to go to that spot, throw a bait for several minutes, and if I don't catch a thing, move on to the next. And I think without a tool like DeepDive, I probably would be spending way too long in specific areas, the back of channels, for an example, and you know, they're not really there right now. They're still kind of, you know, in the mouth of channels, kind of migrating towards their spawning points. So yeah, thanks again to DeepDive. Let's get back into it. And bites. better one. No. Come on. Stop. Nice. Might be a female still. Thanks, bud. Bright carp. It's not bad because they're on top of the water, so they don't really have like a, not pushing much, they're just kind of skimming on top. Ooh. Nice. There's a better one. It's a better. Nice. Thanks, bud. Spawned out. That guy was spawned out. Smelled like blood, too. It had a bloody tail. All right. Well, shit. I'll keep doing that, I suppose. Just fixing my thing. Thanks, bud. Just reeling it in. It's a really light fish. Oh, thanks, bud. So I'm still just using my Nokia rig here. I'm not like speed fishing it, but all of the fish that I've caught have actually been pretty shallow, although everything's telling me, like my brain and my instincts are telling me to go off deep, but yeah, I'm gonna try out this deep dive. It's telling me to go shallow grass, points, flats, so yeah, we'll see. Thanks, bud. Thanks, bud. Thanks, bud. Well, yeah, I think that's gonna do it. I actually had a pretty good time just kind of exploring this place. It's really shallow in a lot of this area. So what this used to be, it used to be a strip mine area. And they'd strip, and they, you know, mine for the materials, and they just, you know, strip it out. And so around this area, a lot of those strip mines have turned into wildlife habitat, predominantly fish. And so around this area are a lot of little lakes and ponds that are connected, you know, via these strip mine gorges, if you will, gouges. Yeah, and then like right in what I'm in right now is like, this used to be a long strip mine. So there's a power plant that's on this lake, and it feeds the water and it keeps it really warm. And right now this water temperature is at 90, which is probably the hottest water I've seen in a very, very long time. It's just, so yeah, it's a whole new fishing for me today. Power plant, different conditions. So yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I'm so thankful that I brought out DeepDive with me to really eliminate a lot of that stress. All the worry that comes into what should I be throwing, where should I be throwing it, what color. It makes it so easy. So yeah, but I had a pretty good day. I think, you know, like I said, this week I'm gonna try to come back here in the next couple of weeks, which is why I kind of wanted to see where they're at. I mean, this place is pretty big as far as lakes that's around Illinois that you can fish. And so yeah, it's a pretty decent sized lake with a lot of structure, a lot of really good looking places for fish. So, well, that being said, but yeah, I appreciate y'all watching. As always, get out there and fish and tight lines, y'all.